So, terrible news. Unfortunately, Five Nights at Freddy's 2 is very bad. I was so disappointed, because the thing I kept hearing was, yeah, the film's not very good, but if you're a fan of the games, you'll really enjoy it. Oh well, lucky me, I am a fan of the games, but no, that ended up not being true in the end. I really hoped this one would at least be fun. The first film wasn't like revolutionary or anything, but I enjoyed it. It's got some creative style, it has a sweet message. Sure, its pacing is a bit weird, but hey, for a Blumhouse film, that's pretty good. So I was jazzed when they announced the sequel film, and best of all, my favorite animatronics come from the second game. The Marionette and Mangle are my top two faves. Ballora's number 3, but I'm not holding my breath we'll ever get to see the sister location in a film. And I could be totally fine if the film ended up being a bit goofy. It's Five Nights at Freddy's. There's a lot of inherent goofiness to the lore and the stories. I could handle bad pacing, or cheap sets, or confusing plot stuff. The first film had like a whole deal about dreams and speaking to the dead, and this sequel continues that idea. But what really kills the movie is the fact it's both wildly boring and has the dumbest, most nonsensical plot contrivances, and it so didn't need to be.
Maybe no one will notice them.
In case you haven't seen the first one, it's pretty run-of-the-mill for what you'd expect a FNaF film to be. This is Mike. He gets a job as a security officer for the pizzeria. Sad backstory. Dead kids. He has a little sister who both befriends the dead children haunting the animatronics, and also Mike needs to rescue when William Afton threatens to kill her too. Vanessa, Afton's daughter, arrives to help stop her father and add a splash of uncertainty to the narrative, at least for non-fans of the games. Knowing who Vanessa is beforehand really diminishes the fun of the reveal, an issue that carries on into the sequel. But yeah, they stop Afton, he dies, and life goes on. So how do you even begin to tackle a sequel to this premise? Especially with how weird Five Nights at Freddy's 2, the game, is. The game is a prequel. It's supposed to take place before the events of the first game. I understand why the filmmakers didn't really want to do a prequel. That would involve getting rid of their cast. They got Josh Hutcherson as the main character. Also, they just spent all that time fleshing out these folks, and so it just wouldn't really make sense to throw it all away for a new cast for a prequel setting. So now the original location is just an abandoned building, okay? But now how do we get Mike into the building if he can't just get hired to work there like last time? This is where the dumb shenanigans come into play.
This is the original.
There's apparently another dead kid haunting the animatronics at this old location. Charlotte possesses the marionette, but Charlotte wants to leave to enact her very specific revenge. Ooh. She can't though because the animatronics are stuck to the perimeter of the building. Enter stupid child who is easy to manipulate. Abby, Mike's younger sister, has become even more obsessed with the old animatronic friends she had, for some reason, especially Chica. Abby is all about Chica in this movie, which I don't remember her being this into Chica specifically from the first one.
Chica, can you hear me? I need you.
Maybe it's because this time Chica is voiced by Megan Fox.
But right now, what matters is we're together again.
She does a good job. I mean, I can't deny that. All the animatronics' vocal performances are very good. Matt Pat as Toy Bonnie is damn near unrecognizable. Wow.
What's your name?
My name is Bonnie. Can we be friends, Debbie?
So yeah, she's so obsessed with still hanging out with a bunch of dead kids in giant machines, even after Mike is like, yo, wouldn't you rather your spirit friends be like, at peace? Yeah, your ghost friends can't hang out forever. They've been eternally trapped in between the planes of reality for like 30 years. I think they'd want to rest by this point. She makes like this collage of them in an empty fish tank, it seems. Like seriously, this kid is obsessed. Also, Abby goes to school and instantly befriends a bunch of people. They think she's really fun and cool because she almost died to animatronics, or at least claims she did. Especially this incredibly small and much younger looking boy in particular. You have real friends now, Abby. What do you need the dead kids for anymore?
That our robotics presentation at the science fair is this Saturday.
Since when do 11-year-olds have high-end robotics classes in school? In the 2000s. The story takes place in 2002. I sure don't remember seeing the 5th graders building whole robots in class. This robotics class is the keystone to the entire movie. by the way. It's so contrived and weird. This teacher is like hyper obsessed with the school doing really, really well in their robotics thing.
Before you lose us the title.
It's a 5th grade science fair. What title? It's so weird. This guy like actively does not want Abby participating at all in the science fair because of like reputation. But, like, if you're worst student, it doesn't matter. Like, as long as you win, as long as you have the best student to win the title, it doesn't matter if you have a student who does poorly. They're 11, also. It's to the point where he, like, purposefully destroys the little toy she makes. Oh, what a surprise, it's Chica again. This upsets her, but then Toy Chica is like, yo, I can be your science fair project. You just need to cut off the perimeter lock. Because the toys are just pretending to be Abby's old friends. They're actually just being controlled by Charlotte inside the marionette. Oh yeah, I guess she can like possess people's bodies too?
I know you're angry, but it's not Abby's fault.
Like, the effect looks cool, it's just confusing. Like, physically, I wonder how this works. Physically. This story is about ghosts and dream demons. Me arguing the physics here is so stupid. So, because it takes Abby literally more than half the film to get to the point of the science fair, the film had to fill that runtime out somehow. We see a group of paranormal investigators show up to film at the location, and we get a little bit of action here, but not really. Oh look, it's the person who currently owns the building.
It's Michael, actually.
Oh, okay. Well, Michael's here. Vanessa's brother, Michael. This is kind of what I was alluding to before. Knowing who Vanessa is as a fan of the game makes her plot twist reveal feel kind of flat in the first film. But at least with the first film, it did a lot to balance that line between wondering if she is the good person she says she is, or if she's closer to Vanny. This one is just like, here's a dude, his name is Michael. He gets all giddy when the animatronics start killing the paranormal investigators. And then he vanishes for the rest of the film until the very end to be like, it's me, your brother. It just doesn't work. It's not an exciting reveal, and also, this is stupid. So to get to the plot of the movie, we had to dick around with Abby and her science fair thing for ages. The animatronics get freed, Mike stays behind to track them and try to turn the perimeter lock back on, while Vanessa goes out to try to stop them. It's the game! This is the game, finally. The last 20 minutes of the film, but we finally made it.
Hey, how do I close the door?
There isn't a door.
There isn't a door?
So the reason Charlotte wanted to unlock the perimeter was because of her specific revenge. Well, what was that revenge? Just kill random adults. Parents, mostly, but no real rhyme or reason.
My father killed her, but she doesn't blame him. She blames the parents.
So, in the beginning, Charlotte saw a boy get nabbed by Afton. She tried asking her parents for help, but they all ignored her, because this is a horror movie and contrived things like this happen all the time, especially in Blumhouse films. She ends up rescuing the kid, but got killed in the process, so now she blames the parents, and she's out for revenge against any random parent, not these specific parents, just parents.
Parents are all the same, and I have to punish them for that.
Except the animatronics totally just pass by a bunch of random normal adults and then walk into like an old couple's home and like a single mom. And this part feels so weird and silly. The revenge against parents makes no sense because yeah, they didn't listen to her, but they didn't kill her. You know who did? Afton. And Vanessa, and Michael. Yeah, Afton's dead by this point, but Vanessa and Michael are still alive. We could have so easily made the marionette hell-bent on stopping the siblings. And Mike and Abby get caught in the crossfire, because Vanessa spends all her time with them. That could have had the Vanessa has a brother reveal come up more naturally. It could force Vanessa and Michael to work together, adding layers to the concerning nature of how much Mike can really trust Vanessa, and her own conflicts about being haunted by the ties to her family. But no, we got...
I want each and every one of you to be at that science fair on Saturday.
Ugh. On top of the bad story, the film itself is just clumsy. Like, it's pouring rain outside. But then Abby goes biking off to go get Chica, and suddenly the rain's all cleared up. Abby leaves the science fair to get Chica, all while the sun is still up, like the sun is up when she left. and she made it there fast enough where the sun is still clearly in the sky, and she leaves. The sun is still up. It is still bright out. Mike calls the school and hears she's gone, so he takes off to go to the old pizzeria to find her. He gets there, and Abby makes it back to the science fair, but now it's fully nighttime. Like, sunset just doesn't exist in this world. It's either broad daylight or pitch black nighttime, and how far away is the old location to the school, and why did it take so little time but also so much time? It's just so hard to get invested with things like this happening, and it's a whole movie. There's no tension to any of the action. I thought the teacher's death at the science fair was rather slow, but also I was willing to forgive it. Wayne Knight is 70, you know? I'm not expecting him or his character to go running around at top speeds, but no, all the action sequences are like that. It's really, really slow. The characters just tend to sit around and wait for the thing to grab them. It's especially bad when Mike is in the office doing the things from the game. Like, we see him staring at his computer. Somehow, he didn't notice the giant Freddy animatronic coming right at him in his peripheral. We see him slowly think, and turn, and grab the mask, and slowly and carefully holds it up. Like, if Freddy was going to kill you, he would've by now. Maybe it's just the editing, but every action felt so slow and plodding. Delicately pushing the air vent back into place while two other animatronics stand around watching Mike. It just really took all the wind out of my sails, especially when you had to wait for 90% of the movie to even get to this point.
I'm in. Yes, I'm sure.
It's just less witty, less creative, less interesting, less entertaining, and I'm bummed about that. Though I suppose this does make it pretty similar to the game it's based on. Tried too hard to do too much, ended up excelling at nothing, weird confusing plot elements, muddied things on the whole, and it just doesn't have the same simple charm as the first one. I will say, my favorite part is this super quick flash of Shadow Bonnie on the wall. I did legitimately get excited to see that. Okay, well, I guess that's it.
Oh. Maybe not.
Extra special shout out to my $50 patron, Just Some Major. I bet they have really good taste in music. And shout out to my $10 patrons, you're all amazing. Andrew, Valhalla Knight, Chamomile, Classy Critic, Genital War Thunder, Jake, Amber, Scaring Crows, Messiah, Jacob, Ben's Sketchbook, Rain, Lucian, Wild Pilot, Juan, Bunkin Duncan, Hoodie Angel, Ranger, C1 Trooper, Sean, Ruby Rune, Lavaros, Plague, Tyrene, Thanos, Pandemonium, Peter, Agiri, Eden, Silverheart Soul, Doki Poki, Zappy, Wolfgang, Philip, Mac and Cheese, Lalaroni, Davy, MD, Nerf Ned, Video Gamer, Middle Coop, Vermithor, and Card Creates. What did you think? Have you seen it? Have you seen either of them? Do you want a third one? They teased at a third one at the end there, but it's Blumhouse, so I think they could. This could be a whole franchise. I know it already is, but I would want to see the films continue, but this one was disappointing. I think someone else needed to handle the script because woof, it all just does not get tied together very well. But if you've seen it, did you like it? It has mixed reviews, so I think some people do enjoy it, it just didn't do it for me. Any and all thoughts and opinions about this one, the first one, theories and ideas for the third one? I'd love to see them in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.